I know this because we share the same Your Eyes to Me YouTube account, right? And I see your search history, and it's cringeworthy. I'll read some out to you.
No, don't
read some out to you.
Don't read it. Oh no. Okay.
Lee Dong Wook, honey, replace back of Huawei Mate Pro 10.
Hi, and welcome to Rise to Meet You, your comedy podcast about Asian culture. I am Evelyn Mock.
And I'm your co-host, Nigel Ng.
Yay!
We are back.
We are back.
Evelyn's in Sweden. I'm in London.
Yes, separated again because of the pandemic, or because I chose to live in Sweden instead of London during the pandemic.
Yeah, why? Come back. Lockdown's gonna lift next week. Come back.
Are you sure?
Yeah. They're not extending it. So that's
really?
Good. Yeah. Come
Are
back.
they not?
No. Come back and maybe we can find you a shade of foundation that actually fits your face.
Nigel!
Because listeners, if you're on the audio, you will see that Evelyn is using...
You mean video, if you're on the video.
Not if you're on the audio, then I need to describe.
Oh.
But if you're on the video, you can see what kind of, what state her face is in. And it's nice, she's putting an effort in, but she looks like she's trying too hard to look Korean. You look like you're trying to go like 1 shade, 2 shades lighter than your current skin tone.
Okay, so this is the story behind my foundation. I mean, I know it's too light, but... So, I went to the airport and I was like, oh, I'm going to get a new foundation and I want to get something good, so I'm going to get MAC. But because it's COVID times now, they don't let you try out the shades on your face. So the lady, she just tried it out on my hand and she was like, this looks good. And I'm like, okay, yeah, sure. And then I got home and I was like, this is too light. And also, I think she gave me one with where the base is like pinkish, and I need one where the base is like yellowish because I'm Asian. And so yes, I know my foundation is lighter than what I actually am, but it's also MAC, so it was expensive, and so I'm like, I need to use it. And so I was just hoping to get away with it, but it's too obvious.
No, if I notice it, the YouTube comments will notice it.
The
comments are coming, people. The comments are coming.
But that's why I'm wearing a turtleneck, so people can't compare to my neck.
That's what makes you look extra trying too hard to be Korean. The
really?
turtleneck. Yeah. YouTube comments notice everything.
Oh.
You ever notice this? You ever scroll through our Rise to Meet You comments?
YouTubers, if you're seeing me, like, please be kind in the comments. I'm trying to put in effort. It went a bit south. And I spent a lot of money on the foundation. So I'm like, because I'm Asian, I'm like, ugh, I need to use it. But I'm going to give it to my friend who is lighter than me. So yeah. I'll go
give it to your white friends. Give it to your white friends.
I don't have any. Oh, God.
You're in Sweden. And you have no white friends?
I'll just give it to some random Swedish
How
person.
bullied were you growing up? How bullied were you that you feel the need to, like, I never want to be friends with white people ever again?
Oh my God.
It gives you PTSD.
You don't know how true that is, Nigel. You don't know how true that is. Very true.
Oh, God. Yeah, gosh. Listeners and viewers on YouTube, please leave only kind comments, Evelyn knows she fucked up. But in the comments say, Evelyn, I think your foundation's great. I didn't even notice a thing. Say that, please. Say that.
Yes, and I will read them as genuine comments.
Yeah, we'll pin and heart your comment.
Yeah.
Evelyn, I think your foundation's perfect for you. Don't change a single thing.
And then Nigel was telling me about his, like, Nature Republic stuff. And I was like, ooh.
Yes.
And it feels
it's
so
half the price of your MAC stuff. It's cheap, and it's for Asian skin tones.
I need to start getting into the Asian skin tones. I mean, like, they do sell, like, Korean beauty stuff here in Sweden, but it's so expensive. It's so expensive. And I don't know if Yes Style delivers to Sweden. Yes, style. Did you guys?
Yeah, they do.
Get our
It just
plug?
takes 4 months. It
Yeah.
just takes 4 months. Yes, style. The slowest website ever.
We could go to Korea, quarantine, go out, get the products, then come back and quarantine again.
We could go to Korea and go to the factory where they make the stuff and learn how to make a moisturizer
Yeah.
and package it up.
And send it to ourselves and be back before Yes Style sends it. These are the types of plugs, Yes Style, that you can expect if you give us codes for free stuff. Oh, we're becoming shameless now. We're becoming
Yeah.
shameless.
It's great. We drummed up so much business for Yum Asia, man. You don't even know. You don't even know. Our bitching drummed up so much business for them. But yeah, Yes Style, the slowest shipping website ever.
But
Crazy.
also the best because their prices are incredible. Like, it's so cheap. It's really cheap.
Like, raise it by 10% and use DHL. Can you do that? Can you do that? Just raise it a bit. So I don't have to wait for 2 months before I get my Korean skincare stuff.
That's very true. I wouldn't mind that. But I
Just
mean,
use DHL.
DHL. What do they use now?
I don't know.
Just a boat?
Some random sweatshop delivery service.
Stop! Stop! Why are you mentioning sweatshops?
Why? Why do you keep censoring me?
Oh, Nigel.
Don't mention sweatshop. Don't mention refugees.
Don't
Don't mention Yellow Lives Matter. You know?
Yellow
Why do you keep censoring me?
People haven't even heard of the Yellow Lives Matter thing, so you can't even reference it. And I mean,
know.
if I were to
Keep
not
taking it
censor you, Nigel, you wouldn't even, like, you'd be canceled so fast if I didn't edit the podcast. Oh my God. Oh gosh. That's so funny. Actually, we should.
I mean, it's true.
Yeah. I mean, should we release like a Patreon thing of everything?
Yeah. Put it behind a paywall.
Put it behind a paywall.
So if I get canceled, at least I still get paid.
That's
you know?
so funny. That's very funny. Ugh, Nigel. Well, I mean,
That's why we rely on your support, listeners, to have this kind of like fun and banter and people who know we are joking. People who know we are joking. Support our Patreon, patreon.com/rise to meet you pod. And I realized I haven't plugged our Patreon for months.
you haven't. No.
I haven't. You noticed this?
Yeah.
Remember when we first started Patreon? Every episode I snuck it in.
Yeah.
But I forgot to do it.
Yeah.
So now, well, listeners, go support us. We rely on your donations and support to keep this podcast going. I want to make the best content for you guys. All this camera equipment, this light, all costs money. But we love doing this. I want to keep it going forever. for you.
Oh my God, forever? Really?
Yeah, until one of us dies.
Well, that'll be probably in a few years for me. I mean,
Yeah, you're getting older. Your body is like slowly getting more and more broken each year. You know?
no, I mean, well, okay, so you pointed out to me that I need glasses, which I
You do.
want to disagree with, but I don't
I'm
think
surprised you needed me to point out to you because, listeners, if you look at Evelyn's phone, it's the largest font size.
Let me show.
All right.
Okay. I don't know what messages
Like she
I
could
can
be-
show.
You could be on a different train carriage and you could still see what Evelyn's typing on her phone because that's how big the text is. Yeah, show it to the camera. Show it to the camera.
Is that big? I mean, I think it's like it's because I can't
What?
see it.
The first time I seen Evelyn's desktop, you know how on a desktop we can have folders and icons? She has like 4 icons because that took up the whole desktop. 4 icons.
It's I can't.
One on each quadrant of her MacBook Pro. It's just 4 icons because you couldn't see the text.
It's because I couldn't see the text, and I'm like,
Your eyes had to scan through the whole monitor to finish reading the name of the folder.
but that's the thing, because okay, so this started happening to me like last year, and I was like, oh, why is this so small? Who makes the text so small? And then I was like, And then I was like, oh my God! When I found out that you could just change the size of the icons, like I was like, this is the solution to my problem. And so I just changed. I just made it bigger. And also like my Chrome, I just zoomed it in and I'm like, oh, everything's good again. I don't need glasses. Because the thing is, Nigel, like I've had 20/20 vision for like and I can't believe I'm saying this because it's such a like trivial thing to be proud of, but I'm so proud of the fact that I have 20/20 vision because my mom has glasses. My dad sort of needs glasses, but doesn't really. He only needs it when he reads. So I think maybe that's what's happening to me because we talked about this and I'm farsighted or nearsighted. What is it? Because I can see
farsighted, so you can see far
I can
things.
see far things, but when it comes to like reading or something on my computer, I find it really tiring because I can't really see the text, and that's why I don't read. Is what I said. But then, let's be honest, I don't read because it's boring. But
yeah. But the good thing is, you sound like someone who reads when you express your opinions. I read, but I sound like someone who doesn't read. That's the difference. I actually read. But if you heard me on the podcast and you ask someone to guess which one of these hosts actually reads in their free time, guess what they would say? It's so sad.
It's so good. But it is. I've always been like this because every time I read, I'm like, oh, it's so tiring, and I always get tired and get a headache. So yeah, I think you're right. I need glasses when I read. I need glasses for like nearsighted stuff.
Also, why are you proud of the fact that you have 20/20 vision? How few achievements have you gotten in life? Do you have to rely on genetics? You have to be proud of your genetics.
Because my genetics is so bad. I have diabetes. I have high blood pressure. I'm overweight. The only thing I have is 20/20 vision. Don't take that away from me.
All those things, all those things you listed, the easiest thing to fix is getting glasses. High blood pressure, takes more work. Losing weight takes more work. Getting glasses is a trip to Specsavers. Just do it. One trip. Or get contacts. Get contacts. As performers, I think it's good to get contacts.
Yeah, I probably should get contacts, but I'm a bit afraid of contacts because it seems so creepy to I don't know if I could actually just force them in.
The whole world wears them, so stop being a pussy. Okay? This is just advice. Sometimes we have to just tough love, right? Tough love.
You always.
Sometimes we just have to say, stop being a pussy and do it.
Not sometimes. You always do it. Oh, gosh.
because nobody else will tell you this. Because you're going to go to therapy and you're going to be like, I fear contacts and I want to tell you how I feel about contacts, and our therapist will be all encouraging. Well, yeah, tell me about it. So tell me, why do you fear contacts? How does it make you feel when you see someone poke contact lenses in their eyes? How does it make you feel? And next time when you feel fear of contacts, I want you to write it down and acknowledge those feelings of fear. Oh, and then we'll reconvene next week.
I mean...
And that's why it'll take you years to actually wear contacts, whereas me, I'll be like, fucking stop being a pussy and put it in your eye. Go tomorrow and get contacts.
Oh, God. I will be honest. That is the process.
Nobody will tell you this.
That is the process that I have with my therapist. But you've trivialized it so hard to contact.
Because she's getting paid by the hour, so she has to, it works and it helps, but she has to kind of drag it on a bit, like a K-drama,
like
leave it a cliffhanger.
That's why I watch K-dramas instead of reading.
It's like going to therapy.
I'm getting stories that way. But honestly, like glasses, I would like glasses, but I'm afraid because I have such a big nose. So every time I wear glasses, they just frame in my nose, It's really funny. Wait. Okay, these are joke glasses.
They look fine. They look fine. That's how glasses are supposed to look. And those glasses are like joke glasses, very 80s, very out of fashion anyway. They look fine. Tons of people have big noses and still wear glasses and look nice in them.
I'm gonna get glasses. I'll get glasses.
Yeah.
That's so funny.
But wasn't that a good impression of a therapist?
It was.
Wasn't that a good impression?
It was. Yes.
Just get glasses. You know, it's not a big deal. Tons of people wear glasses.
I just need to get...
Just do it.
I need to get...
You just need to take action.
I need to get emotionally ready so that I can see myself as a person who wears glasses.
You don't...
It's the same thing with my...
You don't need to be emotionally ready for glasses. My God. Do you need to be emotionally ready to go to the grocery store? No, you just need to be hungry enough.
No, yeah, I do need to be...
Oh, I'm really hungry. I'm starving to death, but I'm not emotionally ready to buy food.
I sometimes do need to be emotionally ready to go to the grocery store. Because...
What is this 21st century emotion stuff? It's too much.
That's how depression works.
I need to be emotionally ready. I need to be emotionally ready to vacuum my floor.
I do need to be emotionally... My floor is really dusty.
It's nothing to do with your emotions. Just vacuum the floor. I need to be emotionally ready to wash my rice cooker. Just wash it. Just wash it.
Oh, God. Well, I mean, it is. I think it has to do with my depression and stuff like that, anxiety. But I mean, that's why I haven't actually started to lose weight. I keep talking about it, but now I'm going to start now, for real, and actually get to the gym and actually get up a routine again, so that I can lose weight.
We will see about that, listeners.
No,
next week we'll check in.
I am gonna do it. I am gonna do it now because I've gotten. So the thing is, in Sweden, you can get something called FAR, which is fysisk aktivitet på recept, which means physical activity on referral or something. So it's basically where your GP your GP gives you a referral that says that you need to lose weight, and then you take it to the gym and you give it to them and they give you a discount on the monthly fee. So
wow, and you complain about me fat shaming you? Your country is fat shaming you. Your doctor is even calling it FAR. One letter away. One letter away from FAT. I think they came up with FAT. They're like, we can't do that. We can't do that. We can't call this scheme the FAT scheme. We gotta, let's please change one letter. We can't call it the fat scheme.
The fat scheme.
We'll lose the majority in parliament immediately.
But then they would be like, wouldn't it be funny though? Wouldn't it be funny?
Yeah. I have the fat coupon. I have the fat coupon right here. Give me the 10% off.
20, actually. 20.
20? Does it vary by how obese you are?
Oh,
how bad
Nigel, don't go there. Don't go there. Don't go there. I think we need to cut that.
No, we are not cutting that out. I'm just asking a genuine question.
As a comedian, I appreciate where you want to take this riff. It's very funny, but as a fat person and as a person who is in tune with the world and our listeners, I think we should not go there.
Fine, we won't go there, but we'll keep that chunk in. It's a really
That's your choice. That's your choice.
Can you... Listeners, Evelyn brought this up. If you want to chop this part up, make sure you include the context of Evelyn bringing it up and laughing and riffing with me.
And pointing out where we should stop. Pointing out where we should stop.
I would love to be an influencer, and then you say, use my code FAT20 for 20% off your gym membership. It's approved by the Swedish government. The government wants you to say FAT20.
My God. Well, that's the thing. You have to qualify for it as well. So you can't just get it because you're overweight, I think. You have to be...
Wait, you can just self-diagnose?
No, you have to...
You can't just
Yeah,
self-diagnose.
exactly. You can't just... This is so horrible. I apologize. But
So you have to be clinically fat to qualify.
Nigel.
You said it yourself. I'm just rephrasing what you said.
You didn't let me finish.
Listeners.
You have to be at risk of like diabetes or high blood pressure or stuff like that.
How is that
You're
different?
gonna get so much
from
hate
clinically fat?
for this.
Why am I getting hate for just repackaging what Evelyn said but in a funny way? Why? Tell me. That's what humor comes from. You see things from a different perspective. Okay?
Oh God.
Blame the Swedish government. They're fat shaming their own people. Granted, I can see a lot of benefits coming from this, but yeah, it's a bit. That wouldn't fly here, would it? That wouldn't fly here. I don't think. I think they get away with it because I think maybe Swedish people are maybe more health conscious than you British or American people.
No. Well, English people have a scheme as well. Like the NHS has a scheme as well. So they will give you. This just states how long I've been fat, clinically obese. But they will.
What, chronic obesity?
I said clinic.
You have chronic obesity.
Clinical.
It's chronic too. It's chronic because you had it for a long time. Again, repackaging what Evelyn just said, but in medical
and
terms.
making it more offensive.
How's it offensive? Chronically and clinically obese is something you suffer from.
Oh wow.
It's an affliction.
Oh wow. I just want to apologize to everybody who is listening.
Just riffing, people. Just riffing.
All right. Okay. Oh, what would this podcast be?
Please support our Patreon to keep this episode up.
But so in the UK, they offer like Weight Watcher type of schemes. That's what they offer. So not gym memberships, but like Weight Watcher. So it's like in the UK, it's like they try to educate you more, and here it's like go do it yourself, kind of thing. Yeah.
Okay. Well, I'm glad you're taking positive steps to, solve the problems in
Thank
your
you,
life.
Nigel.
We all have problems in our lives, and we all need to take positive steps, which is why I want to thank our sponsors, Manscaped. Manscaped is sponsoring our podcast for this episode, people. And if you don't know who they are the below the waist grooming. Let's put it that way. They sell things they sell shavers for your balls, and I always suffered from the problem of having a bushy dick. And that's why I use Manscaped. And look at this. I have the package in my hand right here. Dick. Evelyn's thrilled. Evelyn's thrilled when we got this sponsorship deal, by the way.
A bushy dick.
And it looks a bushy dick. It's a real problem. It's a real problem. Your dick hides in the bushes and nobody can see it. It's like, come on. I need you right now.
Just like does it just look like you're wearing? Does your dick just look like it's wearing like a hula skirt? Like a hula skirt.
Something like that.
Oh my God.
Something like that. But I have to tell you, it's they sent us one package each. But I am guessing Evelyn probably won't want it. So if you want, just hit me up. I'll send this to you. It's unused, of course. I have 2 packages. This is the new one. Look at how nice this package is.
Your balls would thank you?
Yeah, that's the slogan. Your balls will thank you. And my balls are thanking me right now.
Oh my God.
My balls are like, thank you so much. Finally, I can see some sun over this thick bush, So it's really nice. This is they sent me the package called the perfect package. So you can see here, this is the shaver, of course. See?
That looks like what you use on your head. Are you you're just using clippers for your balls?
No, it's well designed so you avoid all the nicks and cuts. When you use it, you'll know that the way this is angled, you can't really cut yourself. So it's very safe. I used it and it's great. I used the guard on it. Because you don't want to end up like fully clean shaven.
What?
Right? You don't want to end up fully clean shaven. You want to leave a bit of length there. So they give you like a guard so you can still keep like a few millimeters. So it just looks nice and trim,
When we got this sponsorship, he told me, and I was like, haha, yeah, that's really funny, great. And then he was like, yeah, we're doing it. And I'm like, okay, well, you're doing it. Basically, Nigel wanted this so that he could get the free stuff to shave his balls. That's what he wanted.
I did. I've always wanted to manscape myself.
God.
It's good. In the package, there's also ball deodorant.
Ball deodorant?
Yeah. I didn't know that such a thing existed, but it works, people. It works. You put it on, you go all day smelling fresh and citrusy.
Wait, you put citrus on your balls?
No, you just put a bit of deodorant, you rub it on your hands, and then put it on your balls. It's nice.
Like aftershave for your balls?
Yeah. It's 21st century male grooming. Why are you being such a prude, Evelyn? It's amazing.
God.
I honestly, I really enjoy the product, and I have, and it comes with, I think it's a limited time offer. I'm not sure, but it comes with the free travel carrying case. Obviously, you don't have to travel with this, but if you want to put other toiletries in there when you travel, you can use it. Look at how pretty this is. It's made of leather.
Can I have that? Can I have that?
No, I can't just give one thing to you. Then, if you want it, you have to take the whole set, including the clippers and everything.
Okay, I'll take the whole set.
Okay.
I'll use
great.
I'll use the ball deodorant.
Give it to your dad for his birthday.
No! I could give it to him and say that it's for his head.
Oh, don't do that. And the cool thing is, the battery life for this lasts for 90 minutes. And I'm like, who
shaves for 90 minutes, Nigel? 90 minutes?
And it even comes with an LED light. If you see here, YouTube people, you can see it. There's a light that shines. You shine the light on your balls, and then you can see your problem areas. You can shave in darkness.
Like a digger?
Okay?
What are you? How much time did they spend developing this?
18 months, apparently. That's what it says in the copy.
Two pregnancies? They spent 2 pregnancies developing this. I mean, okay.
It's important. Having a clean dick area is very important nowadays.
God.
You know how competitive dating is. You know what I mean? So you want to just present the best version of yourself.
Oh, God. Okay, so I will say, I do appreciate a man who puts in the effort, yes. However, why can't they put this effort that they spent into developing male grooming, put that effort into developing female grooming, like female shavers, because female shavers are sucky as hell. Like a lot of
Really?
Yes. Yeah, a lot of my
I didn't know
friends,
that.
they buy male razors because the blades are just better. Like the technology is better. And it's so
for the below the groin area.
well, for everything, for legs, for if people shave their arms, I don't shave my arms, but for legs or below the waist and everything. Male shavers are just it's known, at least within my friend group, that they're better for just shaving. And so it's why can't they put that why can't we get a femscape, a lawnmower for. Why can't we get a weed clipper or something like that? Instead of manscaped, femscaped or something. Why can't we get that?
Womanscape.
Womanscape.
Yeah.
Yeah, manscape.
But it's really good, listeners. I've never shaved my balls before, and I was worried that I was gonna be
Have you
messy.
never done it before?
No, I've never.
Serious?
No. Why would you? Until you have. But now I've the specific technology for it. It's really easy, And that one thing I was worried how messy it would be when you shave everything. But for some reason, the design here, when you shave it, is the pubic hair sticks to the clipper, and then you can just clean it off afterwards. So it's really well designed.
Ew.
What? I'm just saying it's good.
First of all, I'm really surprised you've never shaved before.
Most men
very
don't,
surprised.
right?
Really?
Yeah.
Maybe I've just been with.
You've been with one man. Was he shaved?
Yeah, and I appreciated that.
Really? See?
Yeah.
Even Evelyn likes shaved balls. Even though she's only experienced one in her life, she still likes it. If Evelyn likes it, every woman will like it.
Oh, gosh.
So do it, people. Go.
But I'm just surprised because Asian dudes are usually very, hairless.
Yeah.
Let's put it like that. But then
that doesn't mean they shave,
That's
but
true.
now I'm going to use this for the rest of my life. I'm going to keep it nice and well groomed down there.
I
You
feel
know?
like it's respectful to the
Yeah,
person you're with.
I agree now. And I wish I started earlier. I wish Manscaped sponsored us 5 years ago. Maybe my ex-wife would still be here. You know? Maybe that was the issue. She was like, Nigel's balls are too hairy. I can't make this marriage work. So
I am so sorry.
Manscaped
Nigel's
saves relationships. So get a pack. Get a pack for your significant other for this Christmas. You know, go to manscaped.com and use the code RICE for 20% off and free shipping.
Oh, I can't believe.
Your balls will thank you. Again, that's 20% off with free shipping at manscaped.com
Oh, gosh.
with the code
Okay.
RICE. Remember to use the code, help out the podcast, because if they see a lot of people buying it with the code, then they'll sponsor us more and help the podcast grow as well. So yeah, manscaped.com, manscaped.com, and the code RICE for 20% off and free shipping. If you're single, you need this in your life. Don't be lonely, okay?
Don't be lonely.
Or if you're in a relationship, you need this in your life too to keep her. Don't lose the woman in your life right now because it's a fucking pandemic out there. You're not gonna get another one. So go to Manscaped, get their stuff, okay? Use our code RICE.
Oh my god.
Yeah, I don't know why you're being such a prude about this, Evelyn. Why are you grossed out about this? Because I'm pretty sure most of your K-drama actors are probably all, like, shaved down there. You know, your whatever, Hyun Bin, Lee Dong Wook. Who's your favorite craze right now? I know this because we share the same Your Eyes to Me YouTube account, right? And I see your search history. And it's cringeworthy. I'll read some out to you.
No, don't read
Out to
it.
you.
Don't read it. Oh no. Okay.
Lee Dong Wook, honey, replace back of Huawei Mate Pro 10.
Which I did,
That's
by
really
the way.
funny.
Which I successfully did, by the way. This used to be cracked, and I replaced it really successfully.
It's just so funny that it's so unrelated.
Oh my god! It's because so sometimes this is so embarrassing. This is so embarrassing because the thing is, sometimes when I'm in on the Rice to Meet You account, I upload the videos and stuff, and then I forget to change it back to my personal account, so I remain on there and look for Lee Dong Wook video.
And how to fix your phone videos.
And how to fix my phone videos, which I did successfully. I'm very proud. And then I put a little human sticker on there. Thanks, Perion, for the sticker. But like, okay, so, oh my god, that's so funny. It's so embarrassing because I feel like you're my parent who caught me, who caught like the search history of a teenage boy watching porn, you know, who hasn't cleaned the search history. It's so embarrassing. Oh, but okay, so my current obsession is the actor Lee Dong Wook, who is he is beautiful. He's probably the most beautiful man I've seen. And I'm obsessed with him because of his face, because it's insane how he looks. He is so beautiful, and I'm just like, is that?
We'll insert a little image here for the YouTube people if you don't know who he is. So check it out.
Insert so many images and like just keep it. You know what? Place that image on top of Nigel's face, and that'll be great.
I look like a troll. Listen, we'll use Lee Dong Wook's picture for this week's podcast cover, so even on the audio you can see it. All right, you want to do that, Evelyn?
Oh my god, that made me so happy, Nigel.
Okay, our faces still need to be on there, but we can put Lee Dong Wook as a little image in an image.
Can it
okay?
just be my face photoshopped onto like another female lead that he's with, and then like...
Okay, we can do that.
No,
I'll let you have this episode.
We'll just put him in the middle, and then we'll hashtag him, and hopefully he'll see it. No, okay, getting all the way.
But he won't like you because you're so grossed out by Manscaped.
Very true. Very true. I mean, he probably manscapes, but he is he's so interesting to me because his face is so beautiful, but also because he is so interesting in the way of a contrast to Hyun Bin, because so I've been getting into Korean drama and Korean pop culture, as you know, Nigel, and like just Korea in general.
We know.
Yeah.
The listeners know.
Listeners know.
We all know. We all
Everybody knows.
Yeah.
But he is interesting because he comes off as a real person, as opposed to Hyun Bin, who's very much, actor, very actory and stuff. And so I found that interesting because of just what he's done. Like he's a variety show host as well. He's like very much out there and stuff, and he's also a pretty good actor. Like he's a very good actor because he takes on like a lot of different roles and he does them very well. And he's so funny. Like he's really, really funny. Which is like, if you look like that and you're funny and smart, yeah. Yeah, where am I going with this? I have no idea. But, well, I have a crush on him, of course.
The longer you go on, the lonelier you sound.
I'm so lonely. Actually, Nigel. I discovered why I'm so into Korean drama and like Korean culture, because it's me. I finally found a place where I fit in, because I discovered this term that's called muscle, which is basically, it's a combination of two words. It's a combination of the word mote solo, and so solo means single, and mote means since the womb. So it translates to single since the womb, as in single since birth. And I'm like, oh my God. And I posted this to my Instagram, and it was incredible because like so many people responded, and they just responded with like, they're like, yeah, we have a term for this in our language and blah, blah, blah. And they were all Asian people and they were all Asian terms. So there's so many terms in Asia for people like me who have been single since birth. And like one of them was so funny. I can't remember if it was the Philippines or from Thailand, where it was a word and it meant like old vinegar. Or like, and then somebody else had like, yeah, we have this term and it literally means old virgin. And I was like, oh my God, this is so sad. And then in Chinese, they have the, like, if you're past 27, it's like, leftover women.
Yeah.
And then somebody had like rotten bachelor. And then somebody had like, oh, in Japan, they call you a Christmas cake because nobody wants you after the 25. Like,
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
That is brutal.
It's so brutal. And I'm like, I'm loving this because it's hilarious, but also so brutal and so Asian. It's such
a good roast, though. It's such a good roast. Nobody wants you after the 25th.
Yeah.
Oh,
nobody wants you after 25.
I'm like, fuck.
Yeah.
That is a good joke.
It's a really good joke. And it's just like, and I was having such a delightful time reading.
That's almost as good as the Swedish government's fat shaming, the roast level. The roast level.
Why did you bring that back up, Nigel?
It's called a callback. Comedy technique, people. Comedy technique.
Don't call back to something offensive, though. Like, potentially offensive.
It wasn't offensive.
Potentially.
It wasn't offensive. Potentially. I don't know if you know this, Evelyn, but our whole vibe of the podcast is potentially offensive.
I don't know if
we never go full offensive.
We
don't go, because you edit out the fully offensive stuff.
I don't know if you know this, Nigel, but the vibe is totally you. It's just you.
You are the vibe too. What are you talking about?
Yeah, I'm the vibe who cancels it out. You're the.
That's why the dynamic works. Okay.
You're the plus, I'm the minus. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Oh gosh. But yeah, so I was having such a delightful time with that. And then the more that I've been watching K-dramas and stuff, because in K-dramas it's like when it comes to romance and stuff and dating, it's always like really innocent. I don't know if it's like that for real in Korea, but in K-dramas it's always like really innocent. Like if they kiss, it's like in episode like 100, and they like if it's kind of like the vibe of a relationship in K-drama is very much like how you would have it in elementary school, where you're like, hi, I like you, and then it's like, oh, I like you, and then you're like, ah, and then a few days passes, and then you start holding hands, and like you don't even kiss or anything, but you're devoted to each other. Like it's so interesting, and I'm like, oh my god, that's how I am. That's how like I'm so not cut out for the West if that's how they date in Korea. It's so, or at
So you
least
just
in
want the
K-dramas.
hand.
Sorry,
You just want the hand holding.
I just want a
and
hand
the
hold.
slight kissing.
Yeah. The hugging, the awkward wrist grabbing. Like, it's so innocent and sweet. And I'm like, oh, I don't feel threatened by this at all. But it's so funny because that's what I felt that's what I realized when I saw Mossel, that there's actually a term for it. And then I was like, oh my God, is that why I am the way I am? Like some things are just genetic, like, Asian stuff. But then I'm like, no, it's not. I just have some issues. But
well, maybe you're asexual,
no, I don't think
That's
I
a
am.
thing. You don't think
No.
so? So sometimes, so does that mean sometimes you still fantasize about dick in your mouth? Is that what?
I never fantasize about dick in my mouth.
So usually you want hand holding, but every now and then, when it's a full moon outside, you just want a dick in your face. Is that what you mean?
You mean when there's a full
Dick,
moon?
if you use manscaped.com.
You mean when there's a full moon? Like instead of turning into a werewolf, I turned into a slut.
Oh, yeah.
Oh gosh. Well, I mean, the thing is, I find it really tough to meet people, and because I feel like I'm not attracted.
You live in Sweden, that's why.
Well, that too, yeah, that too. But like, I mean,
that's like 5 people in Gothenburg.
yeah,
5.
yeah. 5, and I'm related to 3 of them. But it's like, I just get. Oh, by the way, actually, when I was on Tinder, my brother came up, and I was like, ew. This is how changing my age range, but also, yeah, that's how small Gothenburg is.
Did he have a shirtless photo on there?
Oh, Nigel, don't sully my brother. Don't sully my brother.
I'm not sullying him. It would be good if he had one. That means he has a good body.
He doesn't have a shirtless photo on there. He doesn't.
Okay.
He has. He's fine. He looks fine, but he's not.
How do you know?
He's not a
How do
fuck
you know?
boy. He's not a fuck boy.
It's not a fuck boy. I'm not a fuck boy either.
Yeah. Okay. 9 condoms. Oh God.
Those days are over. I don't use condoms anymore. Kidding, people, kidding.
That's worse.
I always use condoms. But carry on. It's hard to meet people because you live in Gothenburg, where nobody ever should live. No sane person should live in Gothenburg. Carry on.
It's hard to meet people because I feel like I don't connect with people very easily. I'm like, I feel like I'm attracted to like, a person's energy and vibe rather than like, trying to get to know each other by like, I like this movie. I like this movie. Oh, do you play World of Warcraft? No, I don't. Because I'm not a nerd.
What kind of men are you meeting?
I don't know.
Jesus Christ. I've never said those things on a date ever. I've never been on a date. Hey, do you play World of Warcraft? Oh no, you don't. Oh my God. You're not gonna click.
I need to meet a better quality type of man.
Yeah, you do.
That's why
Otherwise,
I want Lee Dong Wook. He is top-notch quality.
work your way up there. Okay?
Work my way up.
Attracted to energies and vibes. First of all, I've never heard anyone describe men with those words. Okay? Yeah. People usually say, I'm attracted to a guy's arms.
That's the kind of woman you date. Yeah. That's the kind of...
Yeah.
I'm attracted to his abs.
Sounds like... Yeah. Like, I'm attracted to someone's energy. That sounds like a lonely, divorced, 40-year-old woman who owns too many crystals. That's what they would say. And you will own crystals in 2
Don't
years.
bring up the crystals again.
People love the crystals. When we listeners and viewers, we talked about how lonely single women always end up buying crystals. You know, and we got a lot of response for that. A lot of people say, so true, so
Yeah,
true.
that's true.
Ha ha ha, I have crystals. Sad emoji,
Oh
you know.
no, they said I have crystals.
I don't need no man when I got my amethyst.
Your amethyst. I actually.
This topaz is better than any dick out there. Thank you, topaz. Thank you.
So topaz is actually my birthstone. And don't ask me how I know that. And also,
she's starting. Evelyn's starting.
I got a face cream that has an amethyst stone in it. And the thing is, I don't know how it's supposed to help the face cream, but I was like, ooh, it has a stone in it. It must be good.
See? What did I say? What did I say?
Oh my god. Oh, that's so funny.
God.
That's so funny.
Enjoy your crystals, Evelyn.
That's so sad. I mean, oh god. Okay, I do agree with you. Of course, I need to lower. I need to start living in reality. But you know, like he's. I mean, honestly, since I started watching K-dramas and since I started this podcast, I've just been consuming content that is made made by people of color. So like a lot of K-drama, a lot of like on Netflix even now, I don't want to watch shows with white people. I'm sorry, I'm going to cut down on
Queen's Gambit. That's pretty good. Queen's Gambit.
Yeah, Queen's Gambit is good. Yes, I have watched that.
Well, it's almost like a person of color show, to be honest, because of how bad women are treated in the 60s.
Okay? Yes.
It's not offensive, people. Social commentary. Historical social commentary.
Oh gosh, yes. Okay, yeah. That's true.
Yeah.
But it is that thing, like it's influenced. I'm like, it's so refreshing to finally see those stories and also just see those actors and feel good about it. And also Korean dramas, even though they're all like superhumanly beautiful, that's influenced like what I find attractive now. Like Lee Dong Wook, you know, like he is mint, and like I'm like, ooh, I just want an Asian dude now. Like it is, and also like and it is like it's creating great strides for how Asian men are perceived.
We are cool, you know.
Yeah.
We are cool.
Yeah, hot.
And
Asian
I grew up
dudes.
watching all this stuff, you know, Hong Kong films, Chinese films, Korean stuff. And I've always known we were cool. It's only after moving to the West where I'm like, oh, are we not cool? Oh, shit.
Yeah. It's such a horrible thing, isn't it?
In a sense, it brings up the Uncle Roger thing again. And a lot of people think doing an accent is putting our people down. And I'm like, no, that's how I sounded growing up. And I was still cool. Uncle Roger is cool. People want to fuck Uncle Roger. Believe it or not.
Really?
I've gotten DMs, people. I've gotten DMs saying, oh my god, Uncle Roger is so innocent. I would love to do nasty things to him. And on that note, we'll leave you on that. Leave a nice review for us on Apple Podcasts and support our Patreon, people. Patreon.com/rise-to-meet-you-pod.
Do it. And if you know Lee Dong Wook or can get... hi.